Making music is hard. Some days it may feel like we're just not getting anywhere, or we're never going to reach our goal, or you might feel like you're just getting distant from somebody who you care about because you're chasing a dream. I feel like that's something that all of us can have in common as far as music production, but making music is definitely hard, and I'm here to tell everybody to keep going. With me, some days I got to sacrifice my time to work, not to go have fun or do anything like that. You know, sometimes I got to put stuff off to the side just so I can work on something that honestly may not ever even come out, to be honest with you. If I make 30 beats in a month, and that's just like, that's just saying I make one a day, and 12 months in a year, 360 beats. Out of those 360, man, if I'm being honest, I might place like 15. And it sounds crazy because I make more than 360 beats a year. So the numbers of that are just so low. And as a producer, it can feel discouraging, and honestly, it can make some producers quit. You shouldn't quit, because laying that brick down every day, brick by brick, man, you're bound to build a home. You're bound to have success if you keep going rather than if you just put it all away and you just quit. Now, I'd be a liar. Me personally, I have times where I don't make any music. I might not make beats for a week straight because I'm not feeling it, man. I'm human. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing this for 7-8 years. To be honest, I just have my times where I'm not motivated. So something that I go do with that, I might just take a walk. I might just listen to some different music. I just get motivated from doing that because I'm listening to different things. As musicians, we tend to just get caught up in one lane. So if I'm making like just hella trap and hella pain beats and stuff like that, I'm really not going to branch out. I'm going to keep making the same thing, and eventually I'm going to get demotivated from making the same thing. So what could you do to fix that? Try new things. That's one thing we can do as musicians. We can try new things, and we can try to switch it up a little bit, because if you're doing the same thing every day, you're going to go insane. If I'm making Boss Man D-Lo beats sun up to sundown, and I'm doing that shit for 2 years straight, 3 years straight, I am going to start hating music, bro, because I have not evolved as a musician. I have not evolved as a producer. If you're an artist, a rapper, you're making the same type of music, you're going to want to switch it up eventually, or you're going to end up disliking what you do. We got to keep it to where we're being creative, we're being open, and we're trying new things. As an artist or a producer, we don't have to make music every day. There are other things that we can do to find happiness along the way of music. But you will run into points where you tell yourself, man, I'm not feeling it today. And that's okay. It's normal. It's being a human. Doctors go to work every day. Everybody goes to work every day, and they get tired of their jobs the same way we do sometimes, and that's cool. Like, it's normal human behavior. So that doesn't mean that you should just quit and put your craft down and stop making music. That doesn't mean that. It means that you need to go and try to find your happiness within music. Remember why you start making music in the first place. That's one thing I tend to do. I tend to just sit here in my room sometimes and be like, man, like, you remember you made your first beat, how it made you feel? And it always brings a smile to my face, because I'm like, okay, I was so lit when I made that trash beat, but I should still be feeling like that when I'm making my work today. I should still be happy. And to be honest, I've been left off of a lot of albums just because of some complication in between, whether we couldn't get clearance for someone or someone went to jail, and I missed out on a lot of opportunities and big singles, big songs, because of something that I didn't do. But I'm not going to sit here and cry about it. It is very, 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 very annoying, though. But I can't sit here and mope about it and be down on myself. I have to keep creating. We as producers and musicians have to keep creating and keep going and maintain our composure. This job is not for the weak. Making music is not for the weak, because your dollar is not guaranteed. This is different than a 9 to 5. This is different from any type of job you can think of with being a musician, being a creative. So you really have to have an open mind, and you have to have a lot of patience while doing this, because you're going to get rejected. You're going to get shut down on some things. I can go even as far as to selling a beat on the internet. You know, you might have a guy say, hey, I want to buy this beat, man. I come Friday. And you really thinking he going to come Friday, and he doesn't. You can't get discouraged about things like that. You got to keep going. You have to try to find the next person to sell something to, or the next person to make a big record with. That's the mentality that we have to have instead of I quit. I quit shouldn't even be in our vocabulary with anything that we do, because the moment you quit, the very next day, you could make a hit record. You could make that perfect beat or that perfect song that you've been planning to make forever. But if you just sit there and give up and you quit, then what are you really getting out of that? You know what I'm saying? I know things have changed with time as far as production. So, you know, getting your loops out there may not be the easiest anymore like it was a couple years ago. Or connecting with this producer may not be the same because he's gotten bigger. But you can't look at that and get scared. You can't look at that and get sad. You have to go into that situation like, I'm going to work hard until I'm in that position. I'm going to work hard until people respect me. I'm going to work hard until people want my product. You can't sit there and just be like, man, maybe my ideas are too different for people. Stick with your ideas, because your idea can be the next sound to take over. That's another problem that we're having nowadays, to where we want to sound like this person. We want to sound like this person. If a certain style beat is going crazy at the moment, everybody wants to go copy it and stop what they're doing completely. So the sound that you've been working on for years, you putting that to the side because of something that's hot. It's called a trend for a reason. I'm going to use this as an example. Man, back a couple years ago, people was wearing skinny jeans, including myself. And if you popped out with some baggy jeans, everybody like, whoa, man, your pants, they ain't tight enough. Now, everyone is wearing baggy clothes because that's what's in style. That's what's going on. So we can't follow trends as musicians neither, because, you know, a trend is in and out. We can't commit to just putting our ideas down because of what's hot, what's in style. We have to maintain our focus and maintain our passion for what we're doing. There's a difference between just putting everything down and going and just stealing the sound, versus if you implement your sound with that sound and stay creative. And that's something that you can do to keep motivation. A lot of people don't understand the mentality that us musicians have to have, because we have to be strong individuals. Like, man, we have to be so strong because people already think we're crazy. When you go and you tell your friends that, hey, I'm doing music, they're like, oh, okay, cool. Like, what you got? And it might not even be the best at that time, and they tell you, hey, man, you need to keep your day job or whatever. Some people would think you're crazy. Like, why is he doing music? When I told my mom that I wanted to become a full-time producer, and I was in college at the time, she was like, no, you need to go somewhere. You need to get your 401k. You need to do all of this. And I said, hey, this is what I'm doing. And I felt pretty damn good about it too. So I say this to say, don't ever let anyone make you feel like you can't accomplish what you want to accomplish in music. You can do whatever you want to do if you put your mind to it and if you put the work in to do it. It's natural. If you lift weights, you get big, man. If you run, you get skinny. Like, you know, if you eat a lot of food, you get fat. Like, some things are just meant to happen. And with this music that we do, it's meant to happen if you keep applying pressure, if you work hard, endless, every day. The talent might not be there when you first start off, but if you keep working on it, then you can develop that talent. You can develop that sound that you're looking for. But once again, like I say, quitting is the last thing that we want to do. If you're out there right now and you're watching this video and you're thinking about quitting, do not quit. I'm telling you right now. I've had times in my career where I said, man, is this worth it? Like, do I need to go get a real job? Do I need to go back to school? Do I need to do this and that? And I said, no, I'm going to continue to try to do what I planned on doing, which is becoming a full-time musician and making a lot of dope records. You might be somewhere where you feel like you're stuck. Get out of there. Get out of that place. Work hard till you could get away. You know, don't feel like because you're in Kansas or wherever that you can't work with certain people, because all of these overseas guys right now are killing it, bro. They're killing it straight up. They're killing the game, and they're not letting distance stop them from doing it. So why should you, especially if you live in America? Why? You could get reach to these people, man. You got to work hard. You got to develop something that people want. The artist or the consumer, you want to give them something that they want to listen to, that they want to buy, that they want to support, and that's gonna come from you yourself. So coming up with new ideas, trying new things out, that's the best way to do it. And don't let numbers discourage you. We go on Instagram and we might make a post and delete the post because it didn't get a certain amount of likes or something like that. Stop worrying about the numbers and worry about the actual product. Worry about the actual product and stop worrying about the numbers. Numbers are numbers. You might have a good day to where a lot of people seeing your post. Then you might have a day where, hey man, the algorithm didn't work in your favor, but it's cool though because you're still posting. You're still getting traction. Even if I go get 10 likes, them 10 people seeing it and they supported it. So we have to think about it in a different way. Other than that, you can't be ashamed to share your work because you're not seeing the numbers that you thought you would see. You have to keep putting it out there until it becomes the numbers that you want to see. You can't just post once, twice. Hell, even if you post 30 days straight and you're not getting the numbers that you're seeing, or you could be an artist and you drop a song and the song ain't get that much love. Hey man, go back to the drawing board. Go back to the drawing board, and maybe they didn't like that certain sound from you, so try something new. Or get better with the sound until they do like it. But don't just sit there and quit. Music is hard. Like I said, music is hard. It's not the easiest thing to do. People think they could just walk in the studio and just start making beats and start making good music, and that's not how it works. You got people like us who've been in the game for years. And if you're watching this now and you're a new producer, understand that things take a lot of time. It's not going to happen overnight. So don't worry about that. Don't worry about all of this extra stuff, man. Don't worry about the numbers. Don't worry about the people in your ear telling you all these different things. Stay true to what you want to do and really focus in on your career and on your craft and on your happiness of making music. Do not quit and you will be okay. Kobe didn't quit. Jordan didn't quit. LeBron didn't quit. Serena Williams didn't quit. Man, nobody quit. So why should we as musicians, we should treat this the same way that all of these big time athletes, these big time actors, the big time musicians, we need to have the same dedication to our work like they did. They probably had some bad days too, but they got up and they fought them. You got to fight the bad days. So music is hard, but don't quit. Keep going, keep progressing, and keep working and staying true to what you believe in. And you will succeed in this game today. I'm here to tell you, to everyone watching this video, that you will succeed if you continue to put the work in and continue to love the game how you always have. So, my name's Ant Chamberlain, man. I'm out of here. Stay blessed.